Hello, I'm Lance from Blueseventy. Right now we're going to talk about what not to do with putting on a wetsuit. There's a lot of common mistakes. It doesn't happen too often, but when people don't know, a lot of times they zip it up in the front, and that makes it very uncomfortable. But fortunately, we don't see that too often. But the main things people do when they're putting it on, they start pulling it on like a pair of jeans. And so they're grabbing up here and their heel is still in the suit, and they're just pulling and pulling and pulling. And it tends to happen more with guys. Sometimes they pull so hard that they just actually split the suit open. Okay, so instead go all the way down here so you can get it over your ankle. So I'm gonna get the other leg in. Same thing here. I can't pull here, I have to go all the way down there. It pops right over. Now, the big mistake people make is they don't get the suit all the way up. So you can see how there's still a lot of suit down here at my legs, and the crotch is down here. People will literally start putting this on thinking that it's just going to be easy to get on, and they end up like this all the time. And you can see that I can't even get in this suit, and you can see back here that it's really wide. So this is a big problem. So before we even get there, we need to go back and fix that. And when you're bringing the suit up, one of the most common things we see are little fingernail nicks, little V-shaped tears in the suit. And you really don't even need fingernails to put these in. It's not about the nails, it's about the tension on the suit and how you're pulling on it. And so the mistake people make is they just go right in here, they drive their fingers in, and they pull on the suit. Well, that tension right there is what tends to split the suit. So we don't want to drive our fingers into the suit. Instead, we want to, maybe even from the top down or your fingers facing each other. So I rolled a wrinkle into it. Now I can grab that wrinkle and I can pull on that wrinkle because I'm not pulling directly into the suit. This kind of grabbing right here and pulling on it, you'll just get this. In fact, I have a little tiny fingernail nick from doing that. Just tiny ones. But you'll get this little nick right here just because you're grabbing and you're putting tension into the suit. Instead, grab that material so now I can really grab a hold of it and I'm not going directly into the suit. Another mistake people make is they have the excess material pointed upwards. Well, then what happens is the neoprene is stuck right here. This neoprene is sticking on this neoprene. But if we fold this down, now it just slides right up. So when you're bringing up that leg, make sure that you don't have the neoprene doubled over like that, because it'll get stuck a lot. So, and if you have even like this much gap, that's still too much gap, because again, you go to get on the suit and it just feels too small because we didn't get it up high enough. Okay, so you need to bring that up higher. And then the other big mistake that I see when people are putting their arms in, they don't get one arm all the way through. Maybe it feels like a coat or something, so they kind of put it in. So again, it's not all the way up. And then I go to put this one in, and again, maybe I get the arms on, but I don't get the shoulders up. And this is very common. People think, oh, I got the suit on. So see how low it is right here? Because it's not all the way up. They'll go and they'll try to zip it. And you see how wide the zipper is, right? So even this really doesn't feel comfortable to me. So I'm actually gonna pull this arm off, because I always like to get this first arm. I like to get it fit like it's gonna swim in it. And again, the same thing when I'm pulling the arm up. If I have the material going upwards, this gets stuck. So if I face it down, then it'll come up easier. So now that I have this one, and even if I turn around, you'll see how much closer the zipper is to the center line. It's not super wide apart. But even still, let's say I do a decent job of getting the arms up, but not a great job, it's still gonna make it really hard to zip up because the suit is not up high enough. See this all the time. People have the suit on, they turn around, they go to zip it, and they can't get it up. You'll see when I turn around, the zipper is really wide. Literally, that's as far as I can go. And if I just keep pulling on that, you know, something might happen, the zipper tooth might break. Let's talk about when it comes to zipping the suit up, because this is where we see a ton of mistakes. And again, the biggest thing is having the zipper really wide and just pulling and pulling and pulling, and that's not a good thing. If it's not coming up pretty easily, sometimes it might get snagged, like I have a jersey on underneath of this, and if I feel that I'm zipping it and it's not going, it's probably getting caught on my jersey, so I need to back it off a little bit and then zip it up. Okay, so I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna show you how far apart the zipper is and show you how I have a hard time zipping it up. And then I'm gonna bring the zipper closer together by bringing the suit up, bringing the shoulders in. As I bring the zipper together and as I pull the zipper away from my body with a little bit of tension underneath, it's gonna bring the zipper sides together and it's gonna zip up really easy. Okay, so first is gonna be how hard it is. And again, one of the key things I did there is I actually pulled the zipper a little bit away from me and not over, because when I come over, it makes the zipper go farther apart. If I go a little bit away from me, it brings the zipper together. I take this hand, a little bit of tension on the bottom, and nice and smooth. If you ever get that zipper and it's coming up and you get it like this here and it sticks, something's going on back there. Maybe it's caught in your jersey. And just go down a little bit and then go back up. Maybe it gets caught again, go down a little bit, back up. Okay, so that's the proper way to bring your zipper up. Your neck on dry land should be a little bit uncomfortable, because when you go horizontal, and especially when you get in the water, it actually feels comfortable. If you have a neck that's super loose and feels really comfortable on land, you're gonna get a bunch of water in and out of the suit. It's actually gonna be uncomfortable swimming. So having a tight neck is actually a good thing, but you can adjust it a little bit. You could maybe move it down or move it up. Maybe sometimes it's getting a little bit more space here to make the neck feel better. So go ahead and play around with that.